Good morning on this bright and sunny Colorado morning. Today I wanted to talk about stress because we hear that term a lot nowadays because of the COVID situation. So, what is stress? It's a term that was coined by Hans Selye, who lived between 1907 and 1982. And according to him, stress is what starts us on a path to disease. He has three different levels of stress. First, he calls it the alarm response. Then there is a resistance or adaptation response, and eventually an exhaustion response. So let me give you an example. When people start smoking, usually they have an alarm response. I remember when I was 16 years old, a gal handed me a cigarette, and I said, "No, I don't smoke." She said, "Well, have you ever tried?" No. So, okay, give me a cigarette. Took two puffs, started to cough, and said, "Okay, I don't like smoking." That was an alarm reaction. My body was telling me, hey, that might not be the best for you. But some people continue to smoke, and eventually they go through a resistance or adaptation phase. The body wants to stay healthy, wants to be able to perform. So it puts whatever toxins somewhere in the body. Usually for smokers, it goes into the lungs. And 15, 20 years later, you could be diagnosed with lung cancer. That would be the exhaustion phase. It's the same with junk food. When you first eat junk food, you don't have much of a you may not have much of a reaction. My body reacts quite rapidly to junk food. But if you continue eating junk food, your body adapts and put the toxins somewhere in your body. You may find yourself having tumors later on in life. But it's not only about food or cigarette, it's also about trauma and events that happen in our lives that left a deep emotional mark on us. And then several years later, we may end up with depression or grieving, but we don't know where it comes from. Certain organs have an affinity with different emotions, like your stomach could be a feeling of being stuck. Anger usually attacks the liver. Resentment, it's a gallbladder. Trauma, it's a heart. Let's go back to that word stress. When I was a kid, I never heard that word stress. I wasn't stressed. My parents never talked about it. Stress is kind of a cover up. We don't really get to our emotions when we say, "I'm stressed." What is behind that stress? Is it anger? Is it resentment? Is it fear? Is it sadness? Well, right now I'm a little stressed because a year ago my beloved pit bull died, and she had been my companion for over 20 years. She was a great emotional support when I was going through PTSD. I'm kind of sad, so I know where it comes from and I can do something about it. But if you're just stressed, what does that mean, really? Nowadays, people are stressed or angry. People are angry at the government because of the way things are being handled. Well, maybe then you can do something about it. You can write to your officials or start groups and do something better. If you're afraid that you're not going to be able to pay your bill, well, what could be some different ways of earning money? I know some people that lost their job and now they are learning to invest. They're going on the internet and start investment, stock investing or commodities, etc. They're learning something new. So sometimes, the stressful period, if we can find out why we are stressed, we can do something about it. And then there is also two kinds of stress. You have eustress, which is a good stress. We need a little bit of stress in our life to make us move and do something. Eustress, for example, if you're going on a vacation, you're very happy about that. However, there is so much to do, preparing your luggage, finishing project, and usually you get a lot done before going on vacation. That's a good type of stress. Then there is distress, and it's that stress that's usually eating you up because you're so fearful, so angry. But find out where it comes from so it's much easier to deal with it. So if that's helpful, you can go on my Facebook group, Dr. Danielle Step by Step Holistic Health. I post videos from time to time. You can even download my free book about activating the healing power within. And you can ask me questions, and I would appreciate the people who already are in my group. Please ask me questions so I can do more videos to serve you better. Okay, have a fantastic day, and I'll see you soon. Bye now.